Okay, this is the bonus game. This is week 12. We have the Chiefs versus the Bucks. So there is enough film out here to know who to play and how to play them and what you need to do. So let me just quickly go over this. Last year the Chiefs averaged 28 points per game and they only gave up 19 points per game. The Bucks averaged 28.6 points per game, but they gave up 28 points per game. We got to think now, this year is a new quarterback. So this year the Chiefs averages 31.3 points per game. They give up 21.4. The Bucks average 29 points per game, but they give up 23. So let's see how the Bucks can beat the Chiefs. Well, let's look at this. Now, like I said, you got a new quarterback. Things are a little bit better for y'all. You're averaging passing more than you are running the ball. So passing right, you're averaging 12.49 yards per carry. Passing to the middle, you're averaging almost 12. To the left is where your weak spot is, and that's 8.45. Again, you get off to a slow start, and then you want to pick it up. What I'm worried about is the fumbles in the first quarter, and then look at the sacks in the third and the fourth quarter. This is the quarterback trying to find somebody down the field and holding the ball too long. So you average about 1.38 sacks per game, 0.5 in interceptions, and 1 fumble per game. But the Chiefs, now they get 2.13 sacks per game, 1.25 interceptions, and 1 fumble. They're getting all of that. So you're going to give up that because you're looking for people down the field. They are weak on the run game. They give up 5.83 on the right and 4.79 on the left. But see, you don't have a run game. And that's the problem with some of these teams. They have a passing game, but they don't have a run game. So in the passing game, they do give up a lot of yards in passing. So let's look at this. In the first quarter, they average giving up 13.35 passing down the right. They average in the second quarter giving up 14.15 passing to the right, and then passing to the left 12.64. So if you look at it, passing to the right 12.2 in the second quarter, you're getting all of that because they give it to you. But then in the third quarter, when they come out of halftime, you can't get much on them. And then fourth quarter, they forget what they did in the third quarter and they give it all up in the second quarter, in the fourth quarter. So look at this, passing to the middle is 12. It was 9.5 in the third, but then it went back up to 12.71. So they're giving up the yards, but defense is tired. Okay, they're trying to get off the field. So what the Bucks has got to do is keep that defense on the field and keep that quarterback on the sideline, and they need to learn how to run with the ball, which right here in the third quarter they do good. They're going to get it if they keep it up. And if you got a sizable lead, I will keep running it down the right side and down the middle. But let's see what your defense can do to keep and maintain your lead. So the Chiefs have just a little run game, but they got a great passing game. Passing to the right is 14.4. Passing down the middle was 12.09. They're almost right at 10 yards passing to the left. But look at the sacks. The only thing I worried about is in the beginning. But after that, it kind of calmed down. They average 1.5 sacks per game. Interceptions, he doesn't throw that many interceptions, but when he do, he throws a lot of them. And then fumbles is 0.75. So they have a good passing and run game going. The Chiefs are deadly when they are on the field. And they don't need much time. It's boom, boom, boom. Look at this. 17.8 passing right. Think about it. Sometimes it's an average about 75 yards, 70 yards. It don't take much. It doesn't take a rocket science to figure this out. That 4 or 5 passes, that's it, you're in the end zone. Same thing, look at this, passing to the middle, 17.64. And then they start to taper off, and then they at 11.4 in the right. Then they come out of halftime, and they're still passing, 13.77, 14.81. This is the teams, these two teams is what I was talking about gunslinging the ball when you don't need to. This is where you make mistakes, you get intercepted, or you get bum rushed and you get sacked, and then you're so afraid of getting hit again that you make stupid errors because you run out of the pocket and you don't know what to do. This is where your foot game, your running comes into play. You're averaging 8 yards rushing left in the third quarter. You know, and then it slows down because you're back to passing again. You don't need to pass. Run when you need to run the ball. But let's see, they shut down the run game. As you can see in the beginning, they give it up. Even in the second quarter, they give it up. But then after the halftime, you're not getting anything by them. But look what they give up. Because passing left is 13. Then you go to the middle, 11-4. After halftime, this is what they're giving up. Passing left, passing right, 15 yards per pass. Then you go to the middle, it's 10.5 and 10.1 on the left. So they average 3.75 sacks per game. They're coming after you. That's all I can say. They're coming after you. You got to be ready for the hits. But look at this. They average 1.63 interceptions and 1 fumble. Y'all have to contain and control and keep your eye on the ball. Because if they hit you, then they're going to hit you. You better not let go of that ball. If you get sacked and go out of the pocket, you better not put that ball in the air so they can catch it. Your best bet is to throw it way in the first row of seats in the stand. And if he 8-9 feet and he catch it, then okay, he can have that interception. But don't give it to him. So what I'm saying is this: I don't see the Bucs beating the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs by 8. And this is how it's going to work its way down. If you look at it, you can see that the Chiefs and the Bucs are so much alike that their point differences is really only 2 points. But I have to give it to the Chiefs because that quarterback has more of a time control than the other one. And with him still being undecided if he should run pass, and he do more passing than he do running the ball, that's and he doesn't run. He doesn't have anybody that really will run for him. So with that being said, peace out.